cannot forgive the Castro regime. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joins us now live from Ybor City to tell us how yesterday's huge announcement is truly filled with conflict. Jeff?
Yeah, good evening, Stacy. This is Jose Marti Park in Ybor City. This one block belongs to Cuba, but getting from Florida to the island nation isn't as easy as simply walking through a gate. In fact, for some here, there are many problems with traveling there.
Yeah, I was so young. It was a very small boat.
Raul Cabrera is now a successful attorney in Tampa, but in 1980, he was just a little 8-year-old boy, leaving Cuba with his parents as part of the Mariel boat lift.
I remember I was 8 years old, so I remember the waters, the rough waters, the sacrifice that my mom and my dad went through to get here.
Cabrera told me they left Cuba because his father had been thrown into prison after he tried to assassinate Fidel Castro in 1960.
It was surprising that my dad wasn't lined up into a firing squad and assassinated.
His dad survived, but not without problems.
My dad has a lot of emotional problems. He has a lot of psychological problems. He has a lot of nightmares as to what happened to him.
The family finally made it to Florida. They didn't just survive, they thrived.
Made it to Miami. He opened up a couple of businesses, restaurants. He worked 3 jobs, and he was a success story.
So like many Cuban Americans, when Raul Cabrera watched President Obama's speech on Wednesday, there were many thoughts, many emotions.
Everybody in Miami is like up in arms, like what's going on? What did they do? Why is Obama basically kneeling down to Castro's coercive ways?
Cabrera isn't even sure if he will ever return to the country of his birth.
I'm kind of torn. I would want to go back, but I also know that it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, here's the problem. Raul Cabrera is actually Raul Cabrera Jr. His father, Raul Cabrera Sr., is the one that was thrown in prison for trying to assassinate Fidel Castro. So if Raul Cabrera Jr. were to travel back, he could face arrest or even worse. So for now, this is the Cuban soil he can walk onto, guys.
All right, Jeff Patterson live in Ybor City tonight. Thanks.